Well, hello, everyone. How are you today, my lovely family? Well, I am off today, and I have a discussion to do with people. Uh, let's see. How do I go about this? Um, epidemic survival. It's one of those things. We're all experiencing it right now. Um, it's not technically survival yet, but it's getting to the point to where, hey Tammy, how you doing, sis? Hey Terry, bro. Hey Magdalene. Hey Kayla. How are y'all? What are you doing? What are y'all doing, my wonderful family? But yeah, today, well, through my security company and everything, um, the the epidemic is getting worse. All right, it's not to a point of survival of the fittest or anything like that, but it is getting to a point. It is getting to a point of where this thing is mutating at a rapid pace, and all we're doing is, you know, putting neosporin on the wound, and there's nothing being done to eradicate it. Um, the most recent variant has already hit Austin, Texas. So my security company and everything, we're already taking new protocols and new ideas to stop people that may have came in contact with it, because we get a lot of vagrants from Austin coming into San Antonio. Sorry, I'm driving. I can't really see the chat or anything. I'm just talking right now. But after I stop, I'll check the chat and discuss with y'all. But yeah, we already have. I mean, my company already has 5 employees that's in the ICU right now with this newest variant. Um, they were guarding a amusement park in Austin, and they came in contact because the U.S. has opened up borders and opened up travel and everything from other countries and internal travel. And somehow or another, all the security guards came in contact with the same individual that had this variant. Not, I'm not fear mongering, I'm not doing any of that stuff, but It's one of the things, and every one of my every one of my guards was fully vaccinated. They even had their little booster shot, and they still came down with it. So, how to, because this is an epidemic that's never going to go away. It's never going to go away. But how is it going to affect us years to come? Either we're going to either have to stay away from mass crowds, which also means another fear, another catastrophic event of civilization turning on each other again, an eye for an eye, I'm first, nobody else. But instead of, the next fear rush, if things get shut down once again, um, the thing is how prepared are you for long-term problems? How prepared are you in case another shutdown of society? Are you stockpiled? Do you have enough food and water and means to purify water and to cook your food if things turn for the worse? And also, have you measured how much food you have and how long your storage is good for? Because you got to remember, a average adult male needs 2,800 calories a day to fully function. An average female needs 1,800 calories a day to function. I know people say, "Oh, I can survive doing minute work or sitting around doing nothing." But if push comes to shove, do you have enough? Do you have enough of everything? Do you have enough medical supplies? Do you have enough food? Do you have enough of everything? I mean, clothing, stuff like that, that can be reused. You don't need to worry about that. But the majority of, do you have enough essentials to take care of what you need to take care of? Right. Anyways, um, the mindset is, are you mentally prepared to be able to be alone again, to be away from society if it goes rampant, which it may or may not happen? We don't know. things, I know everybody in the world is wishing that 2022 is going to be different than anything else, correct? I mean, wish for it to be a brand new year, a brand new with nothing, but it's not going to be. I hate to say it. I'm sorry. But 2022 and the rest is going to be not as bad as 2021, but it's still going to continue. I'm sorry. Hey, Modest Sis. Hey, Paul Dad. But, hey, Celtic. How you doing, brother? Anybody else that I missed? Hello. I'm sorry, I'm driving. I can't really read the chat right now. But it may not be, the years to come may not be as bad with everything that happened, especially in the US. You know what I mean? But as you've seen in other countries and everything, closer to the end of 2021, things started happening in other countries, like what happened in the beginning of 2021 here in the United States. Riots, problems, you know, it's this world can only hold so much in before it explodes, before it erupts like a violent volcano. And that's why I want everybody to be prepared. I don't want people, I'm not one of these people, I'm not a fearmonger, I'm a realist. I mean, you can wish for that fairy tale ending that everything's going to be peace and love and happiness, and it's not. Because for one, humans, that is the main thing to why we can't have peace and happiness. And that's one reason why we can't come together. It's about to be 2022. This world, from the dawn of time, humans have not been able to get along. We have been killing each other, raping, pillaging, everything since the beginning of time because we cannot stand our neighbor. Yeah, Terry, there's quite a few that I would do, but in this day of age, the world is telling you to look out for yourself. Take care of yourself and nobody else. And when they say take care of yourself, that means take care of you and your family, the closest ones to you. And that's why I do this, because you're all my family and I want you all protected. And I don't want y'all how should I say, wishing for something that's never going to happen. Because if you wish for something that's never going to happen, it's like buying a lottery ticket every day and never winning. It may happen one time, but 90% of the time, it's not going to happen for you. It's going to happen for the person beside you, not you. And that's the same thing with this. No matter how much you prepare, no matter how much you take care, no matter how much you do in anything, you can still be affected. There is no 100% in anything you do. There is no gold at the end of the rainbow. Like me, I can prepare all I want to. I can have every situation, every idea planned out in my head. But it doesn't mean crap if I die. It doesn't mean crap if I get sick. It doesn't mean crap if I miss one thing or overlook one situation. It's like saying, "Oh, I'm vaccinated. I can walk into the store because I'm vaccinated." You know what? That's what we did at our job. We allowed our employees to stop wearing their masks. And look what happened. We have 5 of them in ICU right now because we became lenient. We weren't on top of it. And people were completely complaining all the time about wearing masks, how it was hard to breathe, blah, blah, blah. But if you're not on top of things, if you're not prepared, you might as well just throw yourself to the wolves. Because you are not on the defense. And a good defense is better than the best offense. I'm sorry. I have to do this live. I have to say this. I have to talk about this. And I have to open your eyes. And if you don't open your eyes, at least I tried. At least I tried to tell you. If anything happens, I don't want to baby anybody. I don't want to tell people, oh, it's going to be okay. As long as you prepare, as long as you get this, as long as you do this, you're always going to be okay. No. Even people that have studied and learned and have survived for years and years and years have died because they made the wrong decision. They have overlooked a small bit of information, or they were too hungry to think straight. It doesn't matter how trained you are. It doesn't matter how much knowledge you have. You're always going to overlook something. And I know I sound like a buzzard flying over a body that's not dead yet. With all my survival talk, all my survival ideas, all my everything. And I know it gets boring. I know it does. I'm sorry. Hey, Guardian brother. Hey, Melinda sis. Hey, Shrimp sis. But when this new variant hit here, we didn't think it was going to, because it was just isolated in one country. We didn't think it was going to be over here. We didn't think it was going to come over here anytime soon. But guess what? There's a will, there's a way. And you cannot hide. Milk. Shrimp. My 5 security guards, they were vaccinated. They had their boosters, and they still got it. They still got the new variant. Hey, Ron. Hey, Aquarius brother. How you doing? But for everybody that came in and everything, the new variant is here in Austin. Hey, Mo, brother. And 5 of my security guards that were fully vaccinated with the booster, everything, they all came in contact with one individual that had it. And now they're all in ICU. All 5 of them are in ICU right now. Yeah. See? Yeah. It's, and that's why I'm having this. It's one of those things. Like I said, people are wishing for a new 2021 without all the problems, without all this, without all that. It ain't. With something like this that's constantly mutating, and we can't keep up with the mutations that are happening because it's mutating differently in each individual. So they can have 100 people in one room and doing research on it, but each individual is completely different because it takes different in each person. No, Shrimp. No. They're like me. One is probably about like 200, 210, but the others are between 175 and 180. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Guardian brother. I'm sorry to hear that, Tammy, sis. I'm glad, Aquarius. You ain't older. You're just, you're like fine wine, sir. You aged well. Yeah. See, shrimp, that's a thing that people stereotype with this disease. Oh, if you're heavy set, if you have sicknesses, if you're whatever. No, these five guys were perfectly healthy. They were ex-military, you know, there was nothing wrong with them. They had no medical problems and they all came down with it. They didn't even get the first of this. And that's what the news and the CDC and everything is trying to say is, oh, if people have health problems or whatever, they're more likely to get it. No, it's not. And that's why society is sheep. They believe what they want to believe. I mean, they believe what they're told. I know, shrimp, I know, but I know you wasn't. It's just that was one of the things I was going to put on, and that's what was one of the things I was going to talk about. Like all these news channels and stuff, they try to stereotype that all these deaths from it was because these people were not healthy. You know what I mean? When this first started, my appendix was almost about to explode. I had to be rushed to the ER, and I had like 5 hours before it was going to explode on me, right? And they would not do an emergency surgery on me until they got my test back to see if I was positive or negative. They rushed me in an hour, an hour before it exploded to get my surgery done and get it removed. They would have let me die from something else besides this sickness. Yeah, it's just it makes me mad. It makes me wonder how many people have died because of this, because the hospitals let them die. Not because of the sickness, but it was because of something other reason that they went to the hospital for, and they would not be seen or anything because they had to wait to make sure that they weren't sick. And I know, but what about the healthcare workers? What about their health or anything? They are in that profession to help people, whether or not. I mean, look how many people, how many doctors and everything tried saving people during the Black Plague, during Scarlet Fever, during every other epidemic that we had through this world. And they gave their lives and went into these places to try to heal people. Look at polio. Look how many people, look how many doctors and everything was helping people with polio, knowing that they could get it, and any other sickness. But today, they won't see anybody, or the hospitals won't take you in if you're sick. See right there what Ron said. There's a person there was a person in the news a lady that needs a kidney transplant, and she has a donor that's willing to give her a kidney, and they won't do her surgery because she won't get the booster shot, but she has the other vaccine. But no hospital will take her in to have the transplant surgery because she won't get the booster shot. How, excuse my language, but how fucked up is that with our world? I mean, how can we protect ourselves? How can we, why are we still held by laws on life and death situations? That's like saying I'm lost in the middle of the woods and everything, but I use my signal mirror to signal a plane that's flying by, and I but the way I do it, I didn't know that I was going to blind the pilot, like give him blindness from that beam hitting him in the eyes. And they send a rescue team to me and everything. But after I get rescued and I get out of the hospital and everything, I go to court because I did something that's against air regulations to save my life. It's the same thing, you know? Yeah. Yeah, Modest. If you use a signal mirror on a passing plane and you do something to to blind that pilot, you are putting people in danger, and it's technically considered attempted murder on hundreds of people. But they have a co-pilot for those kind of reasons. But you still get put in jail because you attempted murder, because you could have brought down that plane and killed more than one person. And that's the same thing with this epidemic. That's why hospitals and everything will not see you or anything if it seems like you are sick. Even if you are on your deathbed, you could cut off your hand and be bleeding out. And if you had COVID or whatever, they would not work on you. They would not, they would let you die. They would let you bleed to death before they took you in there because you are a health risk. You are literally a biological weapon walking into a place. This literally almost is the zombie virus. Yeah. I mean, on the terms of this epidemic, it is on the scale of a zombie virus, like a zombie virus because of how how easy it is to contaminate somebody. Just like how a zombie in the movies, if it bites you, you're automatically dead. Same thing with this sickness. You know, 100 years ago, people laid down their lives for other people without even a second guess. But today, it's all me. It's all me. I don't care about you. This person doesn't care about me. It's one of those problems. Yeah, it's. But let's see how we can prepare for it, right? This is stronger than the other one. It's faster. It's, you know, normal masks, stuff like that, aren't doing the trick anymore. You know why? Because here's the thing, you have people in third world countries, you have people even down the street from you that reuses a cloth mask or a neck gaiter like this that is paper thin. You literally can see through it. All this stuff doesn't protect you. And 90% of the people that wear this stuff or wear cloth masks or anything like that, they don't wash them. They reuse them, reuse them, reuse them. No matter where they're at, no matter what situation they're in, they're constantly reusing it. That same nasty, dirty, whatever is trapped inside of this. Right, Aquarius. Right. But this is as dirty as anything else if you don't clean it. And 90% of the people don't think about throwing this in and washing it, dealing with hundreds of people all the time. Different people, different places, always. It's useless. Then you have those people that wear those same dirty masks and they teach their kids that, and they all live in the houses. Like we have people on the south side over here. People in families that have 6 to 7 kids that have a dad, a mom, grandmother, grandfather, an uncle, all living in the same house together. And 90% of them are construction workers. They're people that live and that work in fast food restaurants. They're people that work, with public all the time. and none of them wash them. None of them sanitize this stuff. So they're already in a packed house. And the thing is, if one person gets sick, it passes on to each and every single one of the people. And the first person that got it gets better, then the very last person in the house has the strongest part of that sickness, and it comes right back around and affects the first person again. It's a chain of sickness, and it gets stronger and stronger and stronger, being passed by each individual. It's like chain lightning. But people don't see that. People don't use common sense. And then they think these little paper masks are going to protect you. Have you ever seen those paper masks? They don't even cover your mouth completely. They are opened on the sides. All you're doing is just breathing in. I mean, and to tell you the truth, we're literally suffocating ourselves with this cloth. We're suffocating ourselves. Have have you ever tried to put a blanket on your face and breathe and see how long you breathe without having to cough or anything like that? Same thing with a pillow. If you put a pillow on a person's face, they can die within 2 minutes. Not, not really, Bama. I mean, there is there is better masks out there. But the thing is you need like an M3 mask. You need something with a filtration in it. You don't need a piece of cloth to cover your mouth. Yeah. Well, the thing is also people just don't wash them either, Bama. There is some thick ones, but just because it's thick cloth doesn't mean it's got a filter in it. I can say the same thing too, Bama, but I mean, and I smoke. But here's the thing. I had 5 security guards that just got the new variant. They never got the first strain or the second strain, but they got this one. And they're ex-military. Right, Melinda. Yeah. It, it's it's one of those ideas. It's you know, in the 60s when seatbelts were created. Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Everybody wears a seatbelt, correct? When you drive, you wear a seatbelt, right? See, I got the vaccinations, Bama, and I got the booster shot. It hasn't made me sick or anything. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say too. Like, you can't take this stuff for granted, Bama. Well, here's the thing. In the 60s, when seatbelts were created, humans said that it was against their constitutional right to be forced to wear a seatbelt. They literally had riots go on because of seatbelts. But you know what? Seatbelts have saved more lives because people wear them and because it was created than it did in than people not wearing seatbelts. And it's the same thing with every other little thing. It's not against constitutional right. It's not against humanity. It's not being judgmental. Oh, I know, Paul. I know it. It's one of those things. I'm not telling people to take the vaccine. I'm not telling people to do any of that stuff. I had to because of my work. I had to keep my job. But the thing is do what you can to prepare to take care of yourself. I mean, everybody when they were younger took the polio vaccine because they had to. My dad still has that huge scar of the 6 holes in his arm from that polio vaccine. Oh, I know, Paul. Yeah, I'm not. That's what this is. This is a discussion. I want, I want people to discuss with me. I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not doing anything. This is all our opinions. I want everybody to be awake. I want people to wake up. I want people to see what's truly going on out there. Because we're not safe in some plastic protective bubble. You may think you have the most indestructible immune system in the world. Good for you. But you know what? There's 100 people out there that do not have the same immune system as you. And when they get sick and they get affected, it comes back to you. BCG, I don't know. I just know it was a polio vaccine over here that has 6 holes. That's what my dad said. It was a polio vaccine. Yeah, the world needs to wake up. The world needs to know that we're not perfect. We're not good. And it's not going to get better. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Yeah. I just never heard it called a BCG, brother. It's just one of those things. Yeah. I know, Bama, and that's how this world works. I'm just saying to be careful, no matter what you do. Just be careful. Just be careful who you hang out with. Be careful what. You know, I have family members that just got over the original sickness. And after I told them that I had 5 security guards that just came down with the new variant and everything, they said, please don't ever come around us until after this is done, because they don't want to go through it again. Because they said if they get it again, they're probably going to die. So, but none of them took care of themselves. Let me just say that. Right. And I'm not hating on anybody either. My job on here is to tell people what's going on, to help you prepare. Because I'm not going on about the sickness. I'm going on about what's going on, what's going to happen next year, what's going to happen the year after next, what's going to happen in 2025. I just want y'all to be prepared for the downfall, the landslide that's coming. That happens, Melinda sis. I mean, I mean, I hate when people say I don't believe in the mask. It I'd rather hear somebody say I would rather hear somebody say I don't believe in the idea of the mask, because the mask is real. The mask, I can point right now and show you there's 50,000 different varieties of masks. That's true. You know, it's one of those things. It's I really hate the way people word things anymore. That's like me saying I don't believe in cars. I love you, Ron. What are you talking about? The NWO. That's the New World Order. I don't know. That's a thing. That's a subject up in the air. I mean, a part of the NWO was supposed to be the one world currency. People claim the NWO was behind, the euro, which the euro was supposed to be the one world currency. People, there's a lot of ifs. There's a lot of. I just want to say that it's NWO. I mean, technically, you could consider this Epidemic a part of the NWO, also, Bama. Yeah, right, brother. If only you could put and do the Hulk Hogan, the the old Hulk Hogan like advertisement of it, right? How you doing, Ryan, brother? But you know, there's been a lot of groups saying that COVID was founded by the NWO. Indeed. Let me tell you something, brother. I just there's a lot of conspiracies. There's a lot of talk about everything. Like I said, I'm not a fear monger. I'm not going to be a fear monger with NWO or anything like that, Bama. I'm not. That's a discussion on a whole different level because there's so many if, ands, and buts on a lot of stuff. Take care, Aquarius, brother. Be safe out there. Thank you, sir. Yeah, and that's why I wanted to have this discussion, Terry, is because if you haven't noticed, the world goes into an epidemic every 5 to 10 years. We had the swine flu, we had the bird flu, we had mad cow disease. We still have rampant parts of mad cow disease going on. Yes, mad cow disease mostly affects cows, but also when we eat that tainted meat, also it drives us insane. We also had an epidemic with certain drugs, aka bath salts. I mean, technically everything's man made anymore, Terry. Everybody has their own religion, everybody has their own belief, everybody has their own code that they follow. I will never bash that because that's what keeps us afraid of I mean, keeps us aware of the unknown, keeps us from being afraid of the darkness. Yeah, I mean, there has always been an epidemic, but the one thing that humans have is survivability, is the willpower to continue on. We had it for the last millennia, the power to continue. Yeah, brother Ryan, that's one question that we have no answer for. Will the world end up caring for each other? And I believe the answer is no. I don't believe humans have the mindset to care for somebody else that's not their blood. I really don't want to have. Really didn't want to have a cultural anthropology discussion, but there's hundreds of ideas on how man came around, Bama. But the whole idea of man being created from man being created from dust and life breathed into us, and women created from a bone and life breathed into them, is something that even the most mundane human cannot accept. But it's the same thing as saying that we evolved from a tadpole in the water, an amoeba, to be what we are today. That is also unbelievable. It's an aspect of, we had to have a genetic structure already made to evolve from. Hundreds of humans say that we evolved from chimps, from great apes, but also over the centuries, we've discovered that even pigs have the same DNA structure as us. That's why when you cook pork and you cook human meat, it smells the same. Yes, you can go with that belief, because even in all religions and everything, there is a higher power in different forms and different varieties. Because not even in the Bible can they describe what God looks like. Hey, Carl, brother, how you doing? Yeah, it's been a long time. Yes, sir, Ryan. But the thing is humans are not a superior organism. We have nothing to protect us, because we have always had to create to survive. We've had to create everything from mud huts made out of animal feces and mud and sticks. We've had to learn how to recreate fire to keep us warm, because we have nothing that nature has given us to survive in our elements. We don't have fur to keep us warm during winter. The only thing we do during wintertime is our humans gain weight to burn off during the cold, and they lose weight during the summer to stay cool. We have no night vision. We have no enhanced hearing. We have no enhanced smell. We have no taste. We can't even taste poison. If we go out into the wild and we eat a poisonous berry, we do not know. We cannot tell until we start throwing up, until we get sick and die, because we're stupid, because we don't have we don't have the natural abilities to notice that. It humans can only survive 3 hours in bad conditions. That's extreme cold, that's torrential rain, that's extreme heat. We have no other natural defenses that we have evolved from to continue our survival without human technology to do that. I'm sorry to hear that, Carl, brother. I mean, we are the only thing in this world that cannot survive. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. It's how and why are we here? Why are we here in this world? I've seen Dave. I've talked to him, Carl. He's doing good. He's got a bit of asthma, but he's taking medication and stuff for it. He's trying to get used to it and everything before he starts doing stuff. His birthday was a couple of days ago. But if you look on the evolutionary chain of humans, we are inferior to anything in nature. Even the newest generation of children have lost their second incisor fang. That's what we use to tear through meat when we bite into a steak. Because it's not needed anymore in us. We have no night vision. We we have to rely on light to see anything. Yeah. So, in y'all's opinion, why are we here? Why have we been created? And we are the biggest, most toxic creation of nature. We are vile creatures. Our blood is toxic. Our saliva is toxic. We have more bacteria in our body than a Komodo dragon has in its mouth. Oh, thank you. Thank you, bot. I like those bots. They're from Russia. Who likes Russia? But anyways, yeah, we are vile. We are vile creatures. Thank you, sir. We shouldn't be alive. We should not be alive. We destroy everything we touch. We breed more than rats. We breed faster than rats. You know, in America alone, there's 4 children born every minute of the day, every day of the week, every week of the month, every month of the year. Hey, clown brother, how you doing? See, I want to believe that, Carl, but why? And why would they make us so inferior? Not just mentally, but physically. We have no adaptive powers. We have no adaptive skills. And half of the humans can't even learn how to adapt. I'm doing good, clown brother. It's one of those things. We are obsolete. You know, there was tales of the past of Vikings being able to literally knock out a bear. Can any of us go out and uppercut a bear and knock it onto the ground? No. And the progression of human strength, it's not like month or 2 months and you bulk up. The only way we can do that is with enhancements, steroids, whey protein, stuff like that. But once we stop using those enhancements, it all turns to fat. We don't keep that body structure. Right, right, Ryan. We are. We're nothing. We are nothing. No, because animals feel the exact same thing as we do. A basic animal, a basic rat has knows how to feel life, knows how to feel emotions. So we can't claim that as a human. Rats will turn around and kill their children to eat because they're starving, but they will leave at least one alive. Humans will drown their children and not care. I mean, look at people that have took on other people's children and have ended up killing them. Kind of like how a lion, like how a male lion that takes over a new pride. If a random male lion takes over a pride, he will kill every one of the babies of that past male and breed his own. Shit, Cloud. Yeah, but that doesn't make us superior. You know what I mean, Carl? That doesn't mean there's still something that's missing in the human evolution to make us what we are. Right, Terry? Clown. It's one of those things. It's animals are stronger than us. They're built to withstand nature. They are able to survive in the harshest conditions and evolve to that. They understand family. They understand caring. It's like with wolves. If a member of the pack gets injured and it's okay, like it will get better, they will sit there and they will tend to that other wolf's wounds, bring it food, let it stay and not have to hunt until it gets better. And their saliva is an antimicrobial. All they have to do is lick the wounds, and it's like us putting Neosporin on our wounds. Yeah. Oh, I understand, Terry. It's just like my cats and my dog. I mean, the thing is the superiority complex of humans. I don't, Ryan. I really don't. I'm just spouting my ideas. And I know a lot of people say it's bullshit, but it's my opinion, you know? It's my idealism that I see humans as the inferior species compared to everything else that this world has to offer. Thanks, Ryan. So are you, brother. It's just the questions. There are so many questions, just so little answers. And there's not enough evidence to prove that the belief that we have in society is real. Thanks, Terry, brother. All of y'all, all of y'all that come in here are smarter than the normal people. See, that's the thing. I think people would accept the truth more openly than being lied to for centuries and not know the truth, Carl. All of us, if we were told the truth, we all would not be wearing tinfoil hats and hiding in a closet, putting red string to multiple pictures. Same here, Terry, brother. But everybody needs to prepare. Right, Ryan. This world, that's why I say this world would never get along. There's only a select few that can. There's a select few that has the same brain. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. Brain length. I mean, like on the same brain waves, you know. But the majority of the world, they're not on the same length. They're not on the same wave. See, I would open my arms to Cthulhu and his insanity. That's just me. And that's why I gave up on religion. Right. It's one of those things. I gave up on religion because if these powers to be are so powerful, if they had the power that people claim that they have, then why don't they show themselves? If you sit and you tell you ask to show yourself to me, they don't. And I think it's a farce. Bama, I can't do that, brother. My dad was a Baptist preacher, and with my studies and everything, there's too many religions that were created before the Bible. There's way too many religions that were created before the Bible. I'm talking about thousands of years, not just hundreds, that have the exact same stories as the Bible does, just with different people. And I'm not knocking what you believe. I'm not knocking anybody's beliefs or religion. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying I'm agnostic. I believe that there's something, but what? I don't know. Hey, KY brother. I hope he does, because I don't love myself, Bama. All I know is my purpose and what I believe my purpose is to help y'all. I believe my purpose in life is to teach y'all, to prepare you, because nobody else is going to prepare you. Nobody else is going to have your back in this world. Nobody else is going to give a damn if you're starving on the side of the road, dying. They'll drive right by you. This world is corrupt. This world is stagnant. This world is a cesspool of vile. Yeah, Ron. I just want y'all to learn and to be able to see that nobody is here to protect y'all except for yourselves. There is no almighty government that's going to come out of like a shining knight to protect you. There is no good Samaritan out there. There may be one out of 1,000, but is that one good Samaritan going to be there when you need them? No. Hey, CR brother. Not really, Ryan brother. It sounded good. It sounds a lot nicer than the way I put it. We as humans are cattle for the slaughter. The majority of us. Right, Carl. But the thing is, you need to see the darkness before you look at the light. You need to spend time in the darkness. Then you can actually grasp the gleam, this small sparkle of light at the end of that dark tunnel. This world is going to fall. And when this world falls, it's going to fall hard. And there's more people in this world now than it has been at any other epidemic or problem that's ever faced this world before. So you need to be prepared, especially with something catastrophic. If you prepare for it, then you won't be shocked and you won't be scared when it does actually come out. This world is on an hourglass, and the sands are running out. So prepare. Prepare well. Don't half-ass your preparedness. Don't half-ass your knowledge. Don't half-ass anything in this day of age. If you're going to do something, do it 100% or more. Or don't do it at all. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I really shouldn't have. All right, CR. CR, brother, I'd be worrying more about an inch bag than a go bag. The I'm never coming home scenario. Because it's always better to bug in than it is to bug out. All right, so we're here at 99-cent store. We are going to show y'all. All right, Carl. Yeah, I don't have any fear either, brother. All the things I've seen in my life. All right, so let's get to the survival aspect of everything. We're going to the 99-cent store because it's cheap and you can stock up more at a cheaper place than you can at a name brand place. Like here, 3 kilograms or 6.6 pounds charcoal. It's like, I think it's like $2.99 or $1.99 for one bag of that. That can be a multi-purpose item. Bottled waters. You can buy multiples of these. Like here, they're $1.99 for a pack of 24 of these things. Stockpile this stuff and get a water filter. Cleaner. Get cleaner. You always need cleaner. Every single one of these, $1 a piece, and they're 1 gallon a piece for $1. You never know when you're going to run out of water, and water is your 100% survival item. You can only survive 3 days without water, and Dehydration death is worse than any other death. Just like these. These are great survival candles. They are the religious candles. One of these burned for like 12 hours. You get 5 for $4.99. So $1 a piece. Just like anywhere else, there's hundreds of these candles at any of these like Dollar Tree places. You were inching to that, CR. These things, they're pet beds. But this, you can lay on this and it will keep you comfortable and protected. And it's like $10 for one of these. CBD blankets. Blankets will keep you warm. If the end of the world happens, get a pack of playing cards. It'll keep your sanity. Buy one of these bad boys. Keep it at your house. Let's go down this way. Yeah, there's some of them like that. Onions. No matter how old they get, they will always grow. They're seed pods. $1 a piece for 5 onion plants. Also, potted plant and hanging basket feed seeds works for the same thing in a garden. Same thing with the flowering plants. Flowering plants is not just for flowers. It's for any kind of vegetable. Anything from tomatoes to squash to anything like that. These will help. If you're down on your luck, glue traps. Glue traps in a house. Doesn't matter if it's abandoned or whatever. You throw these things down, you have food. I don't want to hear anybody say, "Oh, it's a rat, nasty, blah blah blah." You'll eat it if you're starving. Do not use any poisons in a survival situation, because if a rat eats the poison, you get poisoned. Lights. It's a 220 lumen light for $3. It's not a bad little headlight. It's heavy, but you have plenty of light. Electrical tape. This burns just as well and faster and longer than duct tape does, because this burns into like a little glob of plastic, so it keeps the flame going longer. This is better than getting duct tape to light on fire. Remember that. Let's see what else. Sandpaper. If you have a knife, if you have a carbon steel knife, you can get sandpaper and use it just as well as a sharpening stone. Remember that. Yes, you can. I use the Sawyer Mini, Bama, the $20 one that filters up to 100,000 gallons. I've never had any problems out of them at all. I've had them through freezing weather. I've had them through heat. They've always worked. Never had any problems. But once you use them, leave them out to dry. Do not store them in like a plastic bag or anything because they'll develop mold inside of them. Safety goggles. Safety goggles will always save your eyes, especially if you need to get out of a situation and run through the forest. You put these goggles on, you're protecting your eyes from getting scraped out by branches. Remember that. And these are the goggle safety glasses. That's a good item to have. Cheap tarps. These, boop, 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 right here. They have grommets and everything on them. It's 4 foot by 6 foot. If you need to get out of a situation, there's an improvised shelter for you, and you don't have to pack everything. Gloves, the cheap gloves, anything. These are going to be better. They will keep you warm. They'll help you grip, and they'll protect your hands. Cat food. Last ditch effort, but you can eat cat food. You can eat any kind of the wet animal food, and it will not harm you because it's made out of real food, real animal parts. Blind spot mirrors. If you need to, you can use it as a reflective surface, and you can use it as a signal mirror also. Remember that. Carry on luggage straps. These are good for binding up anything, bundles of wood, you know, pretty much anything. You can even use it as a makeshift belt. Mm, sorry. Yes, you can see our brother. Nice, Tammy. Galvanized wire. It can be used for snares. It can be used for pretty much anything that you need. And it won't rust because it's galvanized. So you can leave these out um, as like mouse hair traps, squirrel traps, stuff like that, all weather long, and reuse them. It's good to have that. Rags. Rags are a multi-purpose item. Instead of carrying around toilet paper all the time, pack a few rags, use that as toilet paper, and just wash it and clean it. You don't have to worry about anything. Like I said, dog food, cat food, you can eat that. Because look, ingredients. It's got chicken heart, chicken breast. It's got beef liver. It's got beef kidneys. It's a good source of protein. Everything. You can eat this. It's not going to be the best tasting thing in the world, but you can eat it. See what we got here in the cleaning section that we can use. All the time, bleach. You can use bleach. You can use 2 drops in every 1 gallon of water of of non-scented bleach. 2 drops to 1 gallon of bleach and water to disinfect it. It's better to use like low strength bleach, but it'll work. And yes, bleach is toxic. That's why you use 2 drops to every 1 gallon. And it's less toxic than chlorine is. And we drink chlorine all the time for purified water. Reusable wipe, all-purpose reusable wipes, cleaning cloths. You could reuse these if you didn't want to go the rag option. Right, Bama. But it's also a game of survival of the fittest, too. If it gets this bad, at least you will be prepared for an X amount of time before we perish. Because as humans, we will. Most people will lay down and just die, but most of us won't. And I'm the person that's not going to lay down and die. I'm going to struggle and I'm going to fight to my very last breath. Well, hate to tell y'all, but if you're starving, you'll eat anything. It's not a I can't or I won't. If you'll eat worms, if you'll get to the point where you'll eat insects to survive, what's stopping you from eating dog food? It is made for human consumption. There's people in Cuba that was eating dog food because they couldn't get anything else. All right, so medicines. $2.99 for Robitussin. Normal name brand stores, you're paying like $6 or $7 for a name brand Robitussin. Same thing with all these Band-Aids. They're not Band-Aid brand, but they still work the same way. They're Cure-Aid. They still work. And $1 a piece for 14. $1 for 110 different size bandages or plasters. Our friends across the water say, Terry. You also got all the vitamins and everything that you can get in gummies. And Thing about these gummies, you can also use them as a backup food source also, because they are actual gummy with sugar. So you can use these as backup food sources. You have everything here that you need. Bare back and body, Aleve, wound dressing, elastic bandages, rolled gauze. You got everything here that you can come to. Stay awakes, caffeine pills that you need. 16 of those for $1. Because if you're in a survival situation, you need to stay awake and alert. Because you're not going to be getting any sleep in a survival situation. Cavemen had a better immune system than us. Same thing. And here's 4.5 inches by 144-inch bandage roll, waterproof tape, first aid kits, another first aid travel kit. Our ancestors were built differently than us. Modern technology and modern way of life has pampered us to where we don't need it anymore. We don't need an increased healing system like they did. Bama, there's no difference between euthanized animals being chopped up and fed to other animals than buying a steak out of a store. There's no difference. Here you go, Tammy, all your crafting stuff. Look at that. And these are metal freaking aluminum needles for sewing yourself up, sewing kits. If you ever need to get to that point. Whole entire 1-gallon thing of 70% rubbing alcohol for $20. That's not a bad price. Hand sanitizer works the same way. Plus, you can also use hand sanitizer to light fires. Same thing with rubbing alcohol. So that's a multi-purpose item. Hey, Steven. I will, brother. I'll be home soon. Ooh, a yoga mat. That's actually a good thickness. It's good thickness for my camping. For $10, that's not bad. Inflatable neck rest. I've used these things for sleeping pillows. Yes, sir, CR. Yes, sir. Hmm. Hmm. Need to get me some food anyways from here. Lighters, 3 for $1. New Year stuff. Ooh, what are these? Oh, those are cooler bags. Ooh, Shasta 12 pack, $2.99. Hmm. What do I want to eat? Ooh, sweet potatoes. They're sad. Oh, yams. Same thing. Oh, Japan crunchy peanuts. I love those peanuts. Oh, what am I going to get to eat? What am I going to get to eat to take home? Can always stockpile any of this food. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh, energy shake. Look at this. Vanilla bean energy shake. 10 servings. It's got probiotics, 20 grams of protein, 130 calories per thing. Stress management, blood glucose, muscle recovery. You can shake it with water, blend in smoothies, and use in baking. It's not bad. 13.5 ounces. It's not bad at all. Butternut squash, baby food. Baby food puree. Puree. Hmm. Do I want coffee? Yes, I want coffee later. Joint juice, that's good for. It's got glucosamine, everything in it. Blueberry ackee. Little 6-pack for $5.99. It's not bad. Yeah, leaves do the same thing, brother. But some people don't know which leaves to use and which leaves not to use. Saw one guy one time use poison oak because they didn't know any better. Mm. Ooh, pinto beans. $2.99 for a 3-pound bag. 2.2 pound. It's not bad. Not really. When you can get a 1.99, 2.99, 2.99. Yeah, $3 for almost 3 pounds. It's not bad. uh, coconut oil. Coconut oil is always good. Right. Let's see here. Peanut butter. Peanut butter. Lost in rock and roll. Before free my soul, get lost in rock and roll and drift away. Take me away. Oh, everybody's survival food. Vienna sausages. Ooh, I've ate one too many of those Vienna sausages in my life. Smoked salmon, ready to eat. $12.99 for 16 ounces. Hey, look, spaghetti. There you go, CR. Yes. Ramen noodles. That's where we're going to next. Need to give me some pasta sauce. Cheese and garlic. Cheese and garlic. Boom. All right. Two things. Cheese and garlic pasta sauce. Yeah. Ramen. Ramen. Always ramen. Coffee. Hey, Bigfoot. How you doing, brother? Deep was the free my soul, away. Don't want to sleep. Vanilla, hazelnut cream, breakfast bliss, or buttery pecan. We'll go with buttery pecan. Yeah. No, I have coffee. Oh. Spidey senses wasn't with me on that. All right, so seasonings. Everybody needs seasonings. Your food gonna suck. Paprika, parsley, flakes, black pepper, sea salt. Oh well. Okay, we're done here. Give me a coffee or an energy drink. Maybe. me a mocha. Yes, sir, CR. How you doing? Oh, doing all right. Yeah, that'd be it. All right. How you doing today? Right. Only get better after you get off, right? Yeah. There you go. You have a good one, brother. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyways. Hmm. People are just cutting down trees, man. People don't understand that trees give us oxygen. Yeah, I'm 100% a tree hugger. Care if trees over scratching their building or not. Screw off. Made me some pasta tonight. Look at this bowl. What I get you? Well, I got some ziti, and I got me some cheese and garlic pasta sauce, Steven. I'm gonna make me some mashed potatoes, and I'm gonna have me a side of pork chops with it. Meat, carbs, and carbs. I'd invite you over if you wanna take a trip over here, Steven. Setting camera front done. All right. Oh yeah. Yeah. I think I'm gonna make some loaded mashed potatoes, Steven. I'm gonna do like a mashed potato sour cream blend with cheese, uh, green onions, bacon, and I'm also gonna pour the rest of uh, the the fat and the grease from the pork chops into the mashed potatoes and stir it and cook it in there. I'm going to get the red potatoes, bake red potato mashed potatoes, red mashed potatoes. Yeah, I've been craving mashed potatoes for a long time. People don't understand, but trimming trees and cutting the branches off and everything, but leaving the trunk up kills the tree. Sweet! Sounds like a plan, Steven. I'll invite you over. I'll clear out the helipad for you. All right, family. I'm gonna cut this one short. Yeah, yeah. I'll do a panel. I'll do a panel. Uh, broadcast info. Oh, hold on. Setting. Guest. No. Right. Take care, Bama, brother. Yeah, let me. No, I'm gonna do. I'll do a panel later. CR when I get home and everything. I gotta go and wash clothes and everything first before I do another stream. But take care, Steven, brother. But yeah, I'm gonna do another I'm gonna do another thing tonight after I get done. I'll post another live stream and everything tonight. But all right, family. I love y'all. Y'all take care. Let me go get these clothes washed, and I will see y'all in a little while. Okay. Love y'all. Bye.